Pirate flag, the dark history of colonial empires. When we hear the word empire, many think of power, trade, exploration, and conquest. But beneath the surface of Golden Age propaganda lies a brutal legacy: violence, exploitation, enslavement, and cultural erasure. From the 15th to the 20th centuries, European colonial empires reshaped the world. But the wealth and power they gained came at a devastating cost to the people and lands they dominated. This is the untold story, the dark history of colonial empires. Globe showing Europe, Africa. What is colonialism? Colonialism is the practice of one nation taking control over another territory, claiming sovereignty, and exploiting it economically, culturally, and politically. Often masked as civilizing missions, these efforts led to systemic theft, forced labor, and genocide. Between 1500 and 1900, European nations carved up the world in search of resources, strategic territory, and dominance. Anchor the Age of Discovery, or the Age of Conquest. The Age of Discovery, 15th to 17th centuries, is often celebrated for exploration, but it was also the beginning of centuries of suffering. Portugal and Spain led early colonization. After Columbus's voyage in 1492, Spain brutally colonized much of the Americas, enslaving native populations and spreading European diseases that would kill tens of millions. Portugal established colonies in Brazil, Africa, and India, trafficking enslaved Africans across the Atlantic in one of the largest forced migrations in human history. Scroll the Spanish Empire. Gold, glory, and genocide. In the 16th century, Spain conquered vast lands in Latin America. Using conquistadors like Hernán Cortés and Francisco Pizarro, they toppled powerful civilizations like the Aztecs and Incas. Native populations were enslaved under the encomienda system. Gold and silver extracted from colonies fueled Spain's rise, while indigenous peoples died from forced labor, disease, and warfare. By 1600, up to 90% of the native population in the Americas had perished. United Kingdom, the British Empire. The sun never sets, but shadows remain. By the 19th century, Britain ruled over a quarter of the world's population. But behind its global reach were famines, massacres, and economic theft. India. The British East India Company looted India, dismantled industries, and imposed taxes that led to massive famines. During the Bengal famine of 1943, up to 3 million people died, partly due to British wartime policies. Africa. In Kenya, the British brutally suppressed the Mau Mau uprising in the 1950s. Tens of thousands of Kenyans were detained and tortured. Caribbean. Britain's role in the transatlantic slave trade was pivotal, transporting over 3 million Africans into brutal slavery. France, the French Empire. Liberty, equality, but not for colonies. While France preached liberty at home, it ruled much of Africa and Southeast Asia with an iron fist. In Algeria, colonized in 1830, France's military rule led to massacres, land theft, and cultural erasure. The Algerian War for Independence, 1954 to 1962, killed hundreds of thousands and exposed France's use of torture. In Vietnam, French colonialism suppressed nationalist movements, leading to brutal crackdowns and planting the seeds for the Vietnam War. Belgium, the Belgian Congo, one of history's worst atrocities. King Leopold II of Belgium privately owned the Congo Free State from 1885 to 1908. His regime forced millions into rubber harvesting under threat of mutilation or death. Villages were burned, and hands were chopped off as punishment. It's estimated that 10 million Congolese died during Leopold's rule. Even other colonial powers were horrified, a chilling testament to its brutality. Skull other colonial atrocities. Germany. In Namibia, the Herero and Nama genocide, 1904 to 1908, killed up to 100,000 people, one of the first genocides of the 20th century. The Netherlands exploited Indonesia for spices and forced local farmers into debt slavery. Italy. In Libya and Ethiopia, Italians used poison gas, mass executions, and concentration camps to suppress resistance. Brain, the psychological and cultural impact. Colonialism wasn't just about land, it was about control. Indigenous identities, languages, and histories were rewritten, erased, or mocked. Cultural erasure was widespread. Native languages were outlawed, religions banned, and European values imposed. Education systems were used to indoctrinate colonized children. Many borders drawn by colonial powers still fuel conflict today. Balance scale, the legacy of empire. Though most colonies gained independence by the mid-20th century, the effects of colonialism persist. Poverty. Many former colonies remain trapped in economic dependency. Instability. Artificial borders and weakened institutions contribute to ongoing conflicts. Inequality. Western wealth is built on centuries of extraction and exploitation. Even now, reparations, restitution, and historical reckoning are ongoing conversations. Candle's conclusion. Remembering the whole truth. Colonial empires shaped the modern world, but not just through exploration or architecture. They did so through war, slavery, and domination. By confronting this dark history, we honor the voices of the colonized, the millions who were silenced by power, erased from textbooks, and denied justice. History should never be sugarcoated.